Hi guys, this is Pedro from selectedtokens.com. Here today talking about the new ICO that's already live and ready to get investments. Today's ICO that we are talking about and reviewed is BirdChain.io. So BirdChain is a global decentralized instant messaging app. So basically they want to give new opportunities to advertisers to get their SMS messaging real quick and with more results at a lower cost. With this measure, they're also trying to bring a passive economy to the user through an app, as we'll see further on. Firstly, I want to talk about the current ICO. So they are currently seeking investment and they're giving their own token that they call Birds. As you see right there, at the current day, we have more than 10,000. We have a big number, sorry, not thousands, but 10 millions of birds that were distributed. So here you have the clearly instructions how to do that contribution as well. As you see here, some of the simulation app that they have already available. So they have a product already. They have an app for you to download, and that's really a good point because this is not just empty ideas. They're coming up to a format and they consolidate the ideas into execution. So that's a major plus. So I was saying, the ICO is alive and is going to continue to the end of the year. So the 31st day of December will be the end of the ICO. So until there, everybody has a chance to peek in this app and to see what it's going to do for the community. So yeah, basically these are good major news for advertisements and the final consumer. So without further ado, let me just pull up their own explanation video that will inform you about all 30 things. So let me just pull up this right here and I'll let you read the video and then we'll discuss it later.
You like to have a piece of the $56 billion pie without doing almost anything? Then we have something you will love. A messaging app called BirdChain. Like all great ideas, it is very simple. SMS marketing is used by all major businesses to inform clients about promotions or transactions because it works, is efficient, and has a 97% client reachability. However, monopolistic companies have made it so that even small campaigns are ridiculously expensive, and it keeps getting even more expensive every year. Most of us have unlimited SMS plans, but we almost never use them and overpay for the service we do not need nor want. BirdChain messaging app allows you to sell your unused SMS messages to businesses. They get a much fairer price, and you get a piece of the $56 billion pie for every single SMS you sell. Download BirdChain messaging app. In the app settings, allow the app to send transactional and promotional messages. Set the number of messages you want to send, and use our app as your default messaging app to chat with friends and enjoy passive income. We will create global basic income. To make this happen, we need your support. Our ICO will start in fall 2017. Join us on BirdChain.io. Thank you. Your feedback is very welcome.
So basically what we see in this introduction of video was they basically have a really run out what's the app by itself, what it can do for both the advertisements and the final consumer. So the user of this app basically will sell the extra SMS that they didn't want to use or have approved something that to the app to they sold to this advertisement. So basically they are capping the market that right now in the world of the telecommunications is as we know, we have all these types of plans in your cell phones, but we really cannot use them to the max, and most of the times they are offering just to get us to sign the contract. So we end up having some key aspects of our own contract that we cannot use or cannot use to the max. So SMEs are one of them. Most of the world development population that has currently a cell phone communication contract or a cellular communication, they usually have this big amount of SMEs. And the major thing about this is that many of us don't use those types of SMEs to the max. So basically this app trying to build up on bridge on that. So if one person is not really using to the max their contract, they can resell, let's say that way, the contract of those specific SMEs to the app, and the app connects them via a smart contract to advertisement or some business of some kind that really wants that SMS. So we have the two key major facts. The user can sell one thing that really cannot making up for because it's already in the contract. So we make that passive income that is really expectable because it was really something that you sign on. On the other hand, you have the advertisements that can really cap on this just to get a better price of the SMS that are currently going up. As you see in the video perfectly, and me having a marketing background as well, I see that SMS marketing is still, and a lot of people really don't think that way, but it's still a very powerful tool because the engagement that those types of messages have to the people are much different than, let's per se, an email. If you go to your email, you simply just have a lot of, as you consider, spam with companies and some type of projects or just people reaching out to you and you don't want that message. But if you get SMS, the proof rate of success is really large. It's almost in the 100%, and in the most 3 first hours that you receive that SMS, you will end up seeing it. So these are key statistics that are very important for advertisement, and that's why this is a very interesting app, because it can help in creating, developing this new passive economy between a company and the final user via the BirdChain app. The second step in this BirdChain app is about they're going to have a token set, so they are going to monetize on that. So the companies pay you, the final user per se, in the BirdChain, let's say in birds as they call them, they're in their own token, and that's how the transactions are made. Furthermore, I'm looking have a more in-depth look on the company itself. So I'll watch a lot of videos that they have. And that's another major thing that they have. They have a full capability of media, so they're really alive on YouTube. You can check them out there. There are a bunch of videos explaining in both languages, and they have a major language support. So as you see right now, this is another great thing about it. It's co-financed by the European Regional Development Fund. So usually these types of funds, when it comes to government, are really hard to take in, and really they're not conceded to, let's say, everybody. So that's a kind of special thing about this app. So we'll see now some more key facts about the consolidation of this project. The established for 10 years in the market with partners like Western Union, Salesforce, Oriflame, TransferGo, and many more. Clients like Google, Viber, Skype, Facebook, and WhatsApp. So they are explaining here how they're going to use the BirdChain, the birds. So the tokens will be used for purchasing BirdChain A2P services, and rewarding people who sell their SMS. ICO contributors will get BirdChain tokens at the best price. So, better application to person service for business, up to 6 times lower priced, faster and more reliable, and the instant messaging app that earns money. Estimate about 30 to 3,000 US per month for selling SMS that you don't need. So you see clearly in this line they are trying to say that they can build, as I was saying, they can help the business side and your personal side as a user. So that's happily with both ways. And if you're looking for an investment or trying to have a look around in the more, let's say, money-wise in this ICO, it's another great thing because you can have the power to be a user from the app and get that passive income. You can buy the tokens itself and get, monetize on that, seeing that as an investment. So if you are a user right now, you have two chances of getting behind this project. One is being their user, and one is backing up their ICO. So I felt that is really interesting. As you go furthermore in the side, let's just have a quick room summarize the points that I was making. So people have unlimited SMS funds and do not use them. Businesses are overpaying right now, and they see this as an opportunity to decrease the price. And the people automatically sell their unused SMS via BirdChain instant messaging app. So basically, it's a simple process. That's one major thing that here at selectedcointokens.com we really like. Our crew here really like the simplicity of this project. So usually when you try to explain these types of things, you are really going to rumble up and you cannot even talk about the project. But this is really easy and understandable at the beginning. So that is a huge plus for everybody who wants to invest and take a look on some currently ICOs. This is a very important part because all the people understand what is SMS technology. All of us have already received some type of SMS via a company to validate some issues about our email accounts or something like that. So everybody is relatable and everybody understands that. And you also about the monetize of your situation and that all passive income deal, it's really understandable and reliable to all the people. So that's a major plus. So yeah, they have really a lot of mediums to talk to. They are really up in the social media. I really recommend if you have some doubts to have a chat with them because they are really on there basically all the time and they have all the different platforms. So one of these that is your preferred, they are there for you. So here we have their vision about the market cap that they want to bring. So yeah, they seeing a big evolution from the 60 from the billion side. So that's really more than 20 billion of increasing. So that's really awesome for the market. So yeah, just to have a look around to the benefits of the community. So I was saying they're gonna provide a global basic income. It's always, as maybe I forgot to mention, they are a reliable messaging app. So they really want to not have the people only there to sell the SMS, but they really want to have that experience by itself. So if you have the app you sell your SMS via that, they really want to put you on the position that you use that as your preferable messaging app. So it's one of their benefits. Another thing that they promise is, of course, the security. So they use the blockchain and the smart contracts and all sorts of encryption just to help you in that, so you have to have no worries about your security. So now you see the benefits for the company. So ones that I always saying in this review is the cost. So these companies are paying a lot right now for these types of service. So there is really important to them to get a lower bulk price for the apps, and this is a new way for them to get around, because usually they have aggregators of this SMS and they buy from resellers that usually buy from resellers, and that's usually a big chain. And with this whole blockchain and smart contracts movement, what this will end up doing is simplify a process and make it really efficient and more profitable and more cost effective for these advertisements. So it's going to be a really transformation. So let's move on. So for the benefits, first we talk about cost. So let's see the other one. The second one is a transparency-based service. So we know that today business are in control of their own SMS campaigns. So as I was saying, aggregators buy and then resell. It's a really comforting way to do, but this putting the technology into service, and as a BirdChain based of blockchain and smart contracts will help bring that up, and will be a great thing for those advertisements. So here we go, we have the roadmap. You can see all the different stages that they are right now. So they're building the application since 2009. That is why I want to show is this next site, because the team in BirdChain, the mother company of BirdChain is Vertex, which is basically a studio for creation, innovation, advice, and investments. So they have all sorts of projects, as I will show you right now. One of that is Vertex SMS, which really is let's say the true root of this BirdChain app. Vertex SMS, as I discovered, they have more than 10 years experience in the SMS marketing, so as they were developing this for a long time, so that's a good idea. The idea has a strong foundation, and they really got themselves really prepared for the ICO. So as you see right now, the ICO took place the beginning of November. It will end before the new year, so we have until December, the last day, to join that. Here we have the chain, so the birds that are using the token sale are be available and distribute to the users and the investors. Sorry. So yeah, they are trying to build it. The next steps we'll see right now. So they want to develop a prototype. They can work for everybody. For the next year, they really want to have the commercial adaptation with clients, and really one thing that is really going there. So in February 2019, they really want to present BirdChain as a full-up product, and the conference in Barcelona, that's one of the biggest technologies conference. So that's really ambitious and good, because they are putting the right steps. Usually in other ICOs we see they're trying to do everything at large, and you see to this roadmap, and you may think that why these things taking too long? They're taking too long because there's a lot of preparation, a lot of team working exercise that's going to, all the pieces may have to fit to begin the next stage. So I really shows that they are with the feet on the ground, and they're not trying to overstipulate or oversell the idea. They're really presenting how things are, and honesty is one of the great things that this project has. So here we go. If you want to go more in depth, I recommend you to download one of these papers. As you know, in this ICO community, the white paper is usually where you get the more technical support, so I finally recommend you to download that if you want more in-depth information that I cannot simply provide that right now in this few space. But just like to, before doing a quick roundup or conclusion of our review, we like to talk about the team. So as I say, the Vertex SMS was really the mother of this company. But yeah, basically we have the same faces that we have on Vertex working on that SMS project. Actually, there are more here that are in Vertex right now. So basically, the majority of the team bounce out to this project, but they have some new additions. And in these new editions, I like to point out that for the aspects of the development and the work of the engineers itself, I really find it interesting that they are trying to have a broader look to the market. So as you see right now in the website, this might be a minor thing, but I really found that it's not. So they are really featuring a lot of languages. So one good thing with these guys is their media team is very good, and because they are a user app, they really need a lot of users. So they are trying to build up the steps and building communities. So they have persons a little bit all over the world. I can tell you an example. They are looking to the Brazilian market, as they have people that talk in Portuguese in the video. So I think that's really interesting, having all these key aspects, having the website not only in English but in these other broader languages, because this will need the persons, and these persons will get by attention and will get by media outlets, and I think they are doing a fantastic job on that. That's really a good strategy for them, and I think it's going to work. So in order to conclude, I don't know, it really seems a good solid project. As I stated in the beginning, it's a really simple idea to see, to explain to people that don't have many knowledge of this technology side. It's simple. It's something that we understand, that we are currently used to in our daily life. So this SMS technology is not going anything around. It's going to plenty use. The usage is increasing all over these years. The market cap is increasing. The BirdChain app will solve a problem for the users and for the advertisement. So they are taking two problems at a time. So I guess all things sorted out with this project. It's gonna be an exciting time for them. They have until December their ICO alive. So I really think that's a nice consolidation for them. And here at selectedtokens.com, really think that this is a solid project that has the legs to carry on and have a great run in the future. So once again, this was Pedro from selectedtokens.com. See you in the next video.